Peru is a completely unique country that's filled with fascinating history, delicious, interesting foods like guinea pig, and gorgeous sights and attractions. To help you make the most out of your time in this huge country, I've put together a list of the top 5 must-visit destinations in Peru. Let's get into it right away with number 5. 5. Lima. This is the capital city of Peru, and it is huge with nearly 9 million people living there. It's a mix of old and new, where you can see modern skyscrapers alongside historic buildings from colonial times. There are lots of beautiful churches and other buildings left over from when Spain ruled Peru for a long time. One of the best things about Lima is the food. Since it's close to the ocean, there's amazing seafood, especially the famous dish called ceviche, which is made by marinating raw fish in citrus juices like lime or lemon, along with various seasonings like onions, chili peppers, and cilantro. Going on a food tour in Lima is a great way to taste all sorts of delicious Peruvian foods, which I definitely recommend. Even though Lima might not have as much history and culture as some other places in Peru, like Cusco or Arequipa, it's still worth visiting. It's a modern city with fancy hotels and great restaurants. Plus, there are cool things to do nearby, like exploring South America's deepest cave or enjoying the beautiful views of the Pacific coast from the Miraflores neighborhood. And if you're looking for the best neighborhood in Lima, Barranco is the place to be. It's artsy and full of character, with lots of unique shops, bars, and cafes. You can even visit galleries showcasing local artwork. 4. Cusco. Lima might be the official capital of Peru, but Cusco is where the Inca Empire ruled the roost back in the day. It got the UNESCO stamp of approval in 1983, and you'll see why when you visit. Cusco is a real looker, with buildings mixing Inca and colonial styles from centuries ago. Its narrow streets have a romantic vibe, almost like you're in Europe. The Plaza de Armas is Cusco's main square, and it's where all the action happens. You can take a leisurely stroll and soak up the vibe, surrounded by cool shops and places to eat. And don't miss the grand Cusco Cathedral nearby, packed with ancient art and treasures. Check out the bustling San Pedro Market and wander around San Blas, where you'll find lots of cool shops and galleries. And if you've got time, venture out to the Sacred Valley to see more of Peru's beauty and culture. I'll tell you more about this spot later. Cusco's got a ton of history and culture to explore. You've got ancient ruins like Corichancha and the impressive Sacsayhuaman. While most folks rush off to Machu Picchu, staying a bit longer in Cusco lets you discover even more cool stuff. 3. Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca, nestled high in the Andes Mountains and spanning the border between Peru and Bolivia, is a very important lake. According to stories from long ago, it's where the Inca people, who were ancient rulers, started. It's really high up, about 12,500 feet above sea level, making it the highest lake in the world where boats can go. But what makes Lake Titicaca even more special is the people who live around it. On floating islands made of reeds, you'll find the Uros people. They've built their homes on these islands for a long time. Then there's Taquili Island, where people still follow traditions from Inca times and speak an old language called Quechua. Visiting Lake Titicaca isn't just about enjoying the views. It's also a chance to learn about the fascinating cultures of the people who call this area home. Now, before we move on to the next must-visit item on our list today, I want to share this incredible service with you parents that will save you a ton of hassle and stress. It can be super frustrating and even unsettling for your little ones when you don't have the equipment you need on your holiday, whether it's a stroller, car seat, or crib. To make your lives easier, BabyQuip provides this ingenious service where you can rent the equipment you need and have it ready for you to use at the airport, hotel, or wherever you're at in the place you're visiting. This service is a lifesaver. And on the flip side, you can even rent out your own gear back home while you're on vacation. Click the link in the description to learn more and travel stress-free. Now, let's move on to the top 2 on our list today. 2. The Sacred Valley. The Sacred Valley, also called Valle Sagrado or Urubamba Valley, isn't just a place you pass through on your way to Machu Picchu. It's a special place full of history and culture. Here, you'll find green valleys, tall mountains, and small villages with lots of tradition. Long ago, the Incas lived here, and they built towns, farms, and temples. They called it the Sacred Valley because it was an important place for them. Today, you can still see parts of their old buildings, like the hilltop town of Pisac and the fortress in Ollantaytambo. But it's not just about old buildings. The Sacred Valley is also famous for its markets. Local people sell colorful clothes, pottery, and other handmade things there. It's a fun place to explore and buy souvenirs. If you like adventures, Urubamba is perfect. There are lots of trails for hiking, places for climbing rocks, and paths for riding bikes. It's great for people who love being outside. Some parts of the Sacred Valley are known for being spiritual. Pisac, for example, is popular with people looking for a peaceful place to relax and do yoga. There are also places where you can meditate and learn about spiritual things. But the best thing about the Sacred Valley is its natural beauty. The mountains are big, the rivers are winding, and everywhere you look, it's like a picture from a storybook. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is like the crown jewel of Peru's tourism scene. It's one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and boy, does it live up to its reputation. This ancient Incan citadel, perched way up high at 7,972 feet above sea level, is a marvel of precision engineering and architectural brilliance. The name Machu Picchu means Old Peak in the local Quechua language. Machu Picchu was once the swanky private estate of Inca Emperor Pachacuti. It was abandoned during the Spanish conquest in the 1550s and lay hidden for centuries. That is until American explorer Hiram Bingham stumbled upon it in 1911. Since then, it's been a bucket list destination for travelers from all corners of the globe. Getting to Machu Picchu is an adventure in itself. You can hop on a train from the town of Ollantaytambo in the Sacred Valley and be there in about 2 hours. Or if you're feeling adventurous, tackle the classic Inca Trail, a 4 to 5 day trek that's 26 miles long. And make sure you buy your ticket in advance. There's a limit on how many people can visit each day, so it's best to plan ahead. Oh, and don't forget to dress in layers and bring waterproof gear. The weather can change on a dime up there. Machu Picchu is a place that'll stay with you long after you've left, with its breathtaking views and a few friendly llamas and alpacas roaming around. Which of these places in Peru would you like to visit? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.